Now, for those of you who do not know me, maybe we've not met, maybe you've not seen me before, my name's Pudge, I'm a presenter here at Chaos TV, and I've been plonked outside in the lovely sunny garden today. So, quick question for you all. Are you aged between 16 and 24 and looking for work? Or are you an employer and looking for young talent? The Kickstart Scheme might be about to help. In this next feature, you're going to learn all about the benefits of the Kickstart Scheme. You may ask, what is the Kickstart Scheme? The Kickstart Scheme provides funding to employers to help to create new jobs for 16 to 24-year-olds on universal credit. Employers of all sizes can apply for funding. Coming up, we're going to hear from two Southwest employers about opportunities for youth in the organisations through the Kickstart Scheme. We're also going to be speaking with a Job Centre Plus employment advisor and work coach. To get things started, here's a short video telling a little bit more about the Kickstart Scheme.
The £2 billion Kickstart Scheme is underway, and we're calling on employers from all sectors to sign up now. If you can offer new, high-quality 6-month placements for young people, the government will fully fund the position, including the relevant national minimum wage for 25 hours a week, the associated employer national insurance contributions, and employer minimum automatic enrolment contributions. And you'll be joining the national effort to support young people into employment.
A new programme to give hundreds of thousands of young people in every region and nation of Britain the best possible chance of getting on and getting a job.
Initially, Job Centre work coaches will support 16 to 24-year-olds most at risk of unemployment to enrol in the scheme. And as an employer, you can also get funding to help them to make the most of their experience so they can move into sustained employment when they finish their Kickstart funded job. Employers from all industries and across the private, public and voluntary sectors can get involved. Through the scheme, you are able to access a large pool of young people with potential ready for the opportunity. Sign up online today.
The Chancellor's announcement has made me feel more confident in going into my first job.
£2 billion is quite a large sum, and I was almost surprised to see that amount of money was being put into young people and their future jobs.
It's just great to hear that the government do still care about my sort of age group.
We know that Britain has gone through a tough time, but we want to help people get back into work and get Britain back on its feet.
Get involved today. Visit gov.uk/kickstart.
Wow, it's really great to see what investment is being made to help support young people getting to work. The Southwest-based creative organisation Real Ideas works closely with the Kickstart Scheme, not only to employ within their own teams, but to also help connect young people to local businesses. We are now joined by Ed Hart, who is Programme Lead at Real Ideas, and Bailey and Neil, who are both Kickstarter at Real Ideas. Hi, how are you all?
Really good, thank you.
Hello.
I hope you're all well. Lovely to see you all. Ed, I'm going to try and keep this organised, so I'm going to start with you, Ed. Can you tell us who Real Ideas are?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd just like to point out we've got Niall, a very common mistake, but Niall and Bailey.
My apologies.
That's okay. We are a relatively large social enterprise, a community interest company with activity right across the Southwest. We do a lot of different things. So we, as you reference, we support young people into employment. We also support lots of businesses. We do quite a lot of support for the creative sector. We refurbish old buildings. We run the Market Hall in Plymouth, which has got Europe's largest 360-degree immersive dome in it. And and we write and issue digital badges for fun too. So we've got a whole wide range of activity trying to solve social problems where we see them for the benefit of all.
A bit like chaos here, lots of fingers in lots of pots, helping lots of different people in different ways. Is that a good way of saying that?
I think that's a lovely way of saying that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic. So, I mean, you work with the Department of Work and Pensions and Job Centre Plus for the Kickstart Scheme. You have your own Kickstarters. Can you tell us a little about this and what they do at Real Ideas?
Yeah, sure. And I'm not going to try and take the words out of Bailey's and Niall's mouths, because they'll do a better job of saying what they do. But we've currently got 8 Kickstart placements, either filled or currently recruiting to. So we've got everything from maintenance, HR, finance and claims assistants, through to digital badging assistant, and the ones that we're advertising for at the moment, which are immersive Kickstarts, which are to do some work, as I mentioned, in and around our immersive content activity at the Market Hall with the Dome.
Wow. I can only imagine what that looks like. It must be really quite awesome. Sorry, a bit of a sidetrack there. You're also obviously a gateway organisation for the Kickstart Scheme. Can you tell us a little bit about what that exactly means?
Sure. Things are a little different now, but when the scheme initially launched, if you wanted to put more than 30 Kickstart jobs on the table, you could apply directly to the DWP. But if you were less than that, at the beginning of the scheme, you needed to go through a gateway. And there's still a benefit to going through a gateway, and we've taken 85 organisations, a total of 350 placements through our activity as a gateway. So we essentially become the conduit for the relationship with the DWP. We support the businesses to get their applications to a place where they were going to be passed by the DWP, and then we are a conduit for the funds that come through and support. We put in financial claims to the DWP and put the money out to the businesses afterwards. So we act as a go-between between the business itself and the DWP as the managing authority for the contract.
A lot of work to be done then, really, to make sure everyone gets to the right place, talks to the right people, money gets to the right place. I wouldn't want to begin to imagine what it's like to try and sort all that out. For the organisations now, what benefits can a Kickstarter provide to an organisation?
I've been looking forward to this question because I want to turn it on its head, actually.
Oh.
And the thing about the Kickstart scheme is it is a free wage bill. One of the rules is that it can't be for a post that you were going to recruit to anyway. So it can't be to replace planned recruitment. It has to be for an entirely new role. So for a business who, for example, is busy doing lots of great work but doesn't have the opportunity to shout about it, you could bring in a marketing assistant on Kickstart, and you wouldn't have been recruiting to that in the first place. Maybe it was a job you just weren't getting the chance to do properly. You can bring in somebody on Kickstart for 6 months who could get that stuff up and rolling for you. So the benefits to the business are it's an opportunity to try and test things. But the reason I want to flip it on its head is that we're doing this for young people. This is businesses stepping up and creating opportunities that help young people who have been so badly affected by the pandemic and by the first lockdown, to those that were emerging from education or looking to find their first jobs, have been starved of so many milestones. This has been it's been so heartening to see so many businesses come forwards and say, yeah, you know what, we want to provide an opportunity for a young person to get 6 months valuable work experience, fully paid. It's not just work experience. These are early stage career roles that are really giving young people the chance to get those first steps on their career ladders that potentially would have been there without the lockdowns and the pandemic coming through. So yeah, it's the wider benefits, and it's the benefits to young people, and the fact that we've seen so many businesses who are clearly really committed to that, and it's been so heartening to see that. So I say a big thank you to everyone who's done a Kickstart so far, and if you're thinking about it, go for it, because it can make so much difference to a young person's life.
Ed, it's lovely to see your passion about this and how happy you are to see this all working. It really shows that you've got the right people behind these kind of projects in yourself when you've got that kind of passion, and it really is heartening to see. It'll be the reason why it is working as well. I want to move over now to Bailey and Niall, if that's okay. I'm going to ask you each pretty much the similar questions. I'll start off with Bailey with this one. Where were you before joining the Kickstart scheme?
So, Originally, I was at uni. I was doing a computing degree, and I found out like a couple months in that uni was not for me. I struggled quite a lot, not necessarily in the work. It was more or less just the social side of things, and it was just not for me. So when I left uni, I didn't know what I wanted to do next. I had no idea how to like get anywhere. I knew that I maybe wanted to do an apprenticeship, or I wanted to do some sort of like learning to get somewhere. I was then asked and told about Real Ideas originally, and I joined them for a bit, and I learned about various different things, so CV skills and lots of different things. And then when lockdown occurred and Kickstart was first announced, I was applying around for different apprenticeships, and it just so happened that one of the Kickstart roles was for a Real Ideas placement, and I just went for it. It was a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity, really, and I wanted to take that. So
fantastic, absolutely brilliant. And Niall, what about yourself? Where were you before you joined Kickstart Scheme?
Before joining the Kickstart Scheme, I was on Universal Credit for about 13 months, which was quite dull and unfulfilling. And trying to find work during the pandemic was quite challenging.
I can only imagine. I've heard too many stories about people in very similar situations to yourself. So obviously you're now both working at Real Ideas. Niall, let's start with you this time. We're a little short of time, so what I'm going to do is try and keep this short but to the point. What do you currently do there?
I work for Real Ideas as a finance and claims assistant, which involves assisting the finance team to make payments to our Kickstart employers, as well as various administration duties. Working for Real Ideas has been such a positive and rewarding journey so far, though.
Fantastic. I mean, I would want to even think about what that entails. Really, really good, though, here. Bailey, can I come back to you? What do you currently do at Real Ideas?
So I am a digital badging assistant. What that inquires is from the start of like a digital badging lifecycle, which is from quality assuring all the way to publishing, I pretty much help with all the different processes. So that's creating badge visuals, developing all the different criteria and all the different information needed for all the badges, and then making sure they're all uploaded and formatted correctly. So making sure that all the badges look fab.
They're both very interesting roles, actually, and not roles that would immediately come to my mind, but absolutely fantastic stuff. Bailey, staying with you for a minute, what support have you received from Real Ideas?
So there is a package that you get with, not just excluding it, but you get a Kickstart support package, which has a variety of different like meetups and information given to help throughout the placement, to like different information, different resources to help not only myself, but help all different Kickstart people with all various different things. So that could be digital footprint, CV skills, employability skills, and just that helps a lot, as well as not only that, but also outside skills. So that's professionalism and a variety of different things. So it really helps build that professional side. So, yeah, it really, really helps.
It sounds like they've thought about literally everything, so they haven't missed anything for anyone to really help you all throughout your journey. Niall, sort of same question to you. What support have you received there from Real Ideas?
I've received a wealth of support from Real Ideas. This includes the sessions that Bailey has mentioned, such as CV building and digital footprinting. This has been really helpful and informative. As well as this, I've received great support from the team. And an example of this would be when I was first introduced to the role, many members of the team were very supportive and spent time to teach me how to do a variety of tasks. I'm very thankful for the support I've received so far. It's really helped me to excel.
It's really heartening to see you both smiling about this and see how happy you are with all this support, guys. What I'm going to ask you now, just a few very short words here. How are you both now feeling about your future career? Can I start with you, Niall?
I'm feeling very positive about the future of my career because of joining Real Ideas. The opportunities I have had have been so valuable and have given me the tools to make an impactful start to my administration career.
Fantastic. Same for you, Bailey. How are you feeling about it?
I am feeling in an extremely good place. Originally, that I wanted to do something in computing. I didn't know what to do. Still now, but it's helped me have that first step in that computing role and have that digital side. So it's been an extremely good opportunity, and I can't wait for what can be in store for the next couple months and the next year.
Fantastic. Your smiling faces say it all, guys. Look, I want to say thank you very much to all three of you, Ed, Bailey and Niall from Real Ideas, for joining us today and taking the time to talk to us about restarts. Thank you very much. It's been lovely to chat to you. Thank you very much. We're taking a short break now, and then we'll be joined by more guests from Job Centre Plus to discuss the Kickstart scheme. See you in a minute. It was very lovely to hear from Ed, Bailey and Niall there at Real Ideas. If you'd like to find out more about Real Ideas, you can visit realideas.org. I'm now pleased to discuss the Kickstart scheme further, and I'm joined by Job Centre Plus Employer Advisor Denise Nurse and Job Centre Plus 18 to 24 Work Coach Catherine Tremblett. Hi guys, how are you all doing?
Hi. Thank you.
Welcome to the show. Lovely to see some more smiling faces. Everyone's always so happy about this. It's lovely to see. Really, really heartening. So I'm going to start with you, Denise, if that's all right. You're an employer advisor at Job Centre Plus. Can you tell us a little about what you do?
So I work in a team of about 22 people in the Job Centre. We work alongside the work coaches and employers also. So we kind of bridge that gap between our employers and our customers. So we know a lot of local employers and national employers, and then we introduce them to our customers. We do open days in lots of places. We get a lot of employers coming into the job centre to meet our customer, and just really get the two sides together, to be honest.
I'm getting a lot of this is finding the right people and putting them in touch with the other right people, because I find a lot of this is just about communication, but finding the people to talk about. And you guys seem to be doing a fantastic job of making this work for all manner of people, all different groups, and it's so lovely to see this happening. What varieties of employment can people get through the Kickstart scheme?
Oh, so many. We have so many employers. We have large employers, we have really small employers, and completely national employers as well. So, for example, we've had zookeepers needed, tree surgeons, retail, administration, every sort of employer, you know, a lot for the care sector. So there's really something for everybody. And if perhaps we're looking for a certain type of job for somebody, we can have a look around at local employers to see if they could facilitate that too.
You really weren't joking about the range of possibilities there. I mean, zookeeper, flipping heck.
Yeah.
So let's talk about eligibility then. What's the eligibility for employers to join the Kickstart scheme?
So what we ask our employers is that they can commit to a minimum of 25 hours a week work for a young person for a minimum of 6 months, and for them to not make that training too lengthy before the person can start the role. So to kind of get that young person in and, you know, make the training short and concise so that they can blend into the company really well, really quickly.
I think that's a very fair thing to do as well, because I mean, with anyone, if you make something too lengthy, even if it's something you love, it might drag on a little bit, and then by the time you've come to the end, you might find yourself try and remember what you learned at the beginning for when you're actively in that role. So I think it's a lovely mixture of the teaching first and then the actual experience. It's just the right balance. Denise, thank you very much for answering those. I'm going to move over to Catherine now, if that's all right. Catherine, hello. You're a work coach at Job Centre PLUSS. Can you tell us a little about what you do?
My main role is to provide tailored coaching to support customers to prepare for work, whether it's now if they're work ready, or provide the support to get them work ready for the future. I meet my customers regularly to go through their progress and provide any additional support they need. As a youth work coach, I provide support to customers through the Kickstart process. That's from application through to actually whilst they're on the placement, and then the ongoing support after.
That's fantastic. And I want to focus in on the support aspect there that you mentioned. What kind of support and how do you support do you give to your customers?
It's tailored. It's completely tailored support depending on each individual's claimant's like circumstances and needs. I support them with their job search. I can help them build a CV with their interview preparation. I can find and refer additional support if they need it to help get them work ready, and I will then build on the support that they get to help them progress and move forward. With regards to Kickstart, I get to know my customers so I can match them to suitable roles. I help them from the referral process, help them apply for the role, and then I'm there if they need any support at all whilst they're on their placement. And then after the 6 months ends, the support from me becomes immediate. They'll start seeing me regularly again, and I'll help them find their next job.
That's absolutely fantastic. I find there's always a lot of worry from when any of these kind of things end. People go, oh, I'm now out there without any kind of help. So to have you there to help support them, absolutely brilliant. And I can imagine also you getting to know people a bit more on the personal level. You've had a lot of lovely stories. Do you have any favourite stories, though, of people that you've helped?
I've got a few. It's hard to choose my favourite. We've had some brilliant news. We've had quite a few people being offered permanent jobs off the back of their Kickstart placement. When the 6 months have ended, they've been taken on permanently. So it doesn't always have to just be the 6 months. It can be permanent. One of my favourites is I had this one customer and he'd applied for lots of Kickstart roles, but he wasn't getting anywhere. So I sort of sat down and I matched him to a perfect role for him, and I offered to help with the application. As we were going through the application form, I could see that the confidence was the barrier. He didn't believe that he had the skills for the job. So I went through his CV, that was brilliant, and I explained about all the transferable skills he had and how they were perfect for the job role described. And we went through it, and we were going back and forth for probably about 2 days. And then a couple of weeks later, he was coming in for his first face-to-face appointment when restrictions were eased, and he came in smiling, and he was really excited because that morning he'd been contacted and offered the Kickstart role to start the next week, and he was so happy and so pleased and excited. And I caught up with him a couple of months into the role, and he said he's really enjoying it. He's getting so much experience out of it, and his confidence is just growing.
Oh, that is beautiful. I mean, to see somebody go from that lack of confidence all the way through from not getting anywhere to getting their role and enjoying their role, that must really warm you inside and make everything so worth doing, alongside everything else, of course. Gonna keep actually now with eligibility on things. So what's the eligibility for young people looking to take part in the Kickstart scheme?
So you have to be age 16 to 24. Claiming universal credit and have your first commitments in place, which is what you do right at the start of your claim. Unemployed, so neither employed or self-employed, and not in an apprenticeship or any form of paid training.
Lovely. So not too much really, and it helps the people who need it the most. One last one for you now. How can people get onto the scheme?
First protocol is speak to your work coach. They will match you to suitable roles. One thing I say is think long-term goals, because as Denise was saying, we have a wide range of different employers. So this is a chance that you can think about your long-term goals as to what you want to get experience in. But you speak to your work coach, who will match and refer you for suitable roles. You can also go onto the gov.uk website and look at and search find a job, and search Kickstart and your area, and there'll be a variety of the roles on offer there as well. And then in the job description, there'll be something that you can copy and paste to put into your journal to make your work coach aware that you're interested in the role, and then your work coach can refer you for that role.
Fantastic stuff. I just want to say, Denise, Catherine, thank you so much for your information today, for joining us today, and just talking about the Kickstart scheme. It sounds so perfect. It sounds so helpful, and just to see everyone being so positive really makes it something we can be doing. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you can come back soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Lovely. Thank you very much. If you'd like to find out more about the Kickstart scheme, visit kickstart.campaign.gov.uk or contact your local job centre PLUSS. I'm now pleased to share a video from Plymouth-based Business Solutions about the Kickstart scheme and opportunities available to young people within their organisation.
A whole generation has been impacted by COVID, but the biggest impact is to our futures, because the generation that is coming out of school and young people will be our futures. We won't be in the workplace when they're rising up through the ranks. So if they don't get a chance at this stage, who will give them a chance? Are we going to have a lost generation? SW Business Support Solutions was determined that we would help you in whatever it took us to do. We recognised that a whole generation of people were being affected. The younger generation, those coming out of schools and colleges and universities, they are our futures. When we've retired and are no longer working, they will be. But if we lose that generation, what will happen? SW Business Support Solutions decided that we would try to make the biggest impact possible we could for young people. Kickstart is a government programme which we decided to become involved in. Why did we make that decision? Essentially, it was because we wanted to help young people, and we understood that COVID had had a significant impact to a young person's lives. Many people were studying during this period of time. Their courses and apprenticeships got cut. They ended up losing out after years of studying to do things that they wanted to do. We wanted to give those young people an opportunity to discover another side of business life and fulfill their potential. But many young people would have no idea what to do when their dreams had broken apart. So we offer a variety of different ways of working. In the early days of Kickstart, we opened an office in Dawlish to allow the local people a great opportunity. It is a seaside location in Devon where there are not many opportunities for people to enter a business workplace. What we saw was the opportunities expand and expand. So we then began to develop another role, which was remote working. We soon got lots of applications from people who lived an hour and a half away. So we offered them the choice. We offered them the choice to work from home fully supported in a remote working team, but we did not want them to lose the office environment and the support. The great thing about interviewing with us is we understand Kickstart and we can actually offer you a placement on the spot. So don't be surprised if you suddenly have an interview and be offered an opportunity. Our interview process is simple. We want to find out, are you enthusiastic and what do you like? We're not here to grill you. This is not a formal interview to be a director of a company. This is an opportunity to give you a place in our company. We're not going to ask you to come for second interviews. We just want to find out about who you are and to make you feel as relaxed as possible during that process. Many people who have been interviewed come away and say they don't even feel like they've had an interview. Yet we have got to understand what we're looking for and would you be the right fit for our business. After all, the only thing we want is somebody who's enthusiastic. SW Business Support Solutions does what it says on the tin. It supports business owners, which is why we're so good at supporting other people within our business. We founded with 2 directors doing face-to-face business consultants. We recognised that there was new ways of doing things. So we wanted to teach younger people the knowledge that we have gained over the last 75 years combined. That is an incredible amount of knowledge gained in the workplace. We did not want that to be lost. We wanted to share our skills, our talents, and embrace the talents of younger people. Every single person who has come through Kickstart brings skills and talents, and the only requirement we ever wanted was somebody to be enthusiastic. We can train the rest. We can help guide you and let you discover what you want to do. This is not about us telling you, here's a job role, do it. This is an opportunity to work within our business and we will create roles for you. Just like we have done for every single person who has come into SW Business Support Solution through Kickstart.
Hello, my name is Charlie. I have been working here since early April and it's been really good for my development. Application process was very straightforward. Sent my CV over, got an interview the next day, started working pretty much the next week. Because of the size of the company and its development stage, there's been a chance to develop in a wide range of areas. So I've had experience working in administration, sales, calls, business development, platform development. And just looking at last week, for example, the very first day I was developing code in JavaScript to help with our online review platform. The very next day I was preparing presentation slides for my boss to use at a council meeting. It's a really nice working environment here. Everyone gets on, it's a very friendly atmosphere. The bosses and our managers are very supportive of us throughout. There's a lot of socials which happen, a lot of food provided. I've probably eaten about 15 kilos of Yorkies. It's been really good and I'm very glad I came and I would encourage it.
We would love to have you as part of our team. First of all, you need to know whether you fit the criteria. So the criteria for Kickstart is that you're aged between 16 and 24 years old. It can be one day before your 25th birthday and we can still take you on. You need to be on income support and not currently have any employment. That is all you need to do. With enthusiasm and training, we will support you. But don't think that doesn't mean that we don't have highly skilled people coming through Kickstart. We have multiple people who have all levels of qualifications, including degrees. We have people who have trained at degree level to do a role that no longer they can access. But we have given them, using those skills, another role that they absolutely are thriving in. We can also offer opportunities of role development, to be managing people, to be learning how to be a manager, to be learning how to be a personal assistant, to be learning how to analyse data, to work in social media, whatever you would like. We have worked with people in all sorts of situations. I am passionate about helping those people who are trying to help themselves. We have been able to give Kickstart placements to people who are in hiding. Who would have thought that? Think of the difference that makes. We've got people who are living very remotely who would not be able to have the career they have if we did not offer the flexibility. We want to help you whatever your situation is and work in whatever is the best way. We have been able to adapt our business to accommodate people with disabilities, and we recognise that. They would not have got roles in other businesses, but we gain because we've got their experience and talents. So whatever your situation, let us help you. Let us be there to support you through this process, because we are open-minded and non-judgmental. We really do understand how difficult life can be. We understand that if you've come through the care system, that can be incredibly challenging and you're not given the opportunities. It can affect people who have not had supportive parents. We are here to support you on that side, to help develop you as a person, not just your career. But of course, at the end of it, we want to be able to give you a career too. Our aim is to employ everybody at the end of the Kickstart placement if that is what they would like. In summary, why wouldn't you apply to come and work for us? It's a great opportunity for you. Please apply to us on hr@swbss.co.uk or go to our website and apply directly at www.kickstartadmin.co.uk. We can't wait to hear from you and have you as part of our team.
Thank you very much to the Department of Work and Pensions, Job Centre PLUSS, Real Ideas and SW Business Solutions for sharing information about the fantastic Kickstart scheme. If you'd like to find out more information about the Kickstart scheme, visit kickstart.campaign.gov.uk or contact your local Job Centre PLUSS. An amazing segment, absolutely brilliant to see such passion and happiness in all people involved. Absolutely brilliant. I'd like to say a quick goodbye to all of our Facebook viewers and thank you very much for joining us. Please, if you want to continue watching, go to watchchaos.tv. Now, don't forget, guys, if you want to get in contact about anything on today's show, including our last segment, please, you can text Chaos and your message to 82228. Standard network rates apply. Please get the pill payer's permission before you do so. You can also email hello@thisischaos.co.uk. You can call 01872 22 8844. And of course, across all of social media, we are at Chaos TV UK. But please use the hashtag KeepItChaos. It's gone a bit dark. The sun suddenly disappeared on me and it's got a bit chilly. Don't know what's happened there. Anyway, we're going to have some music now. We'll be back with you in a little while.